What do we think? Am I going to like it? Probably not, just being honest. I'll be the one to say it. I'm scared of classics. Oh, I just love Edward and Bella so much. If you hate Twilight, there's the door. Because I don't like being a hater. As much as it may seem like I do love being a hater. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Maddie, and in today's video, I am going to be letting my TBR jar pick my November TBR. I don't think I've ever worn camo on my YouTube channel. You can take the girl out of Georgia, but you can't take Georgia out of the girl. You guys know what these videos are. I love watching them. I love making them. I'm going to pick 7 prompts from this jar and decide which book I'm going to apply that prompt to. I normally pick 8 prompts, but I'm going to pick 7 this month because I am starting to film for Bookmas and I just want to make this video realistic. I did actually have some success last month with reading books for my TBR. I ended up reading 4 books that I picked in my October TBR jar video. So here are the 4 books I read from my October TBR and what I rated them. I briefly mentioned Bookmas, so let me circle back to that. Why did that sound like a corporate email? So if you've been watching YouTube for a while, I'm sure you know what Vlogmas is, and it's where YouTubers post every single day of December leading up until Christmas, or the first 12 days of the month, or the last 12 days of the month, whatever you want to do. And obviously with Bookmas, book creators are going to be posting bookish videos, reading vlogs, wish lists for their Vlogmas or Bookmas. And that's exactly what I will be doing. I did it the last 2 years and I had so much fun. My Bookmas will be the first 12 days of December and I will still be posting up until then. So make sure you're subscribed, and I'm having a lot of fun. I'm starting to pre-film things. And if you don't see me reading any of my November TBR books in November, just know it's because I'm pre-filming those vlogs and I will be reading them in December during Bookmas. With that being said, a lot of these books that I know I want to read for book videos, I will be trying to apply the prompts to those books to be as successful as possible for Bookmas. So give me a break. Okay, let's get into the video. Sorry for the long intro. Cancel me. Prompt number 1. This one says a book that intimidates you. I definitely have 2 books that I own that come to mind right away. We could read The Secret History by Donna Tartt. This is a very popular book and it came out, I believe, in 1991. If I got that day right, I'm really impressed with myself because I remember looking it up months ago. Okay, 1992. This book has been around for a while and it's always been popular and I always see people talking about it. And this would definitely apply to a video I'm filming for Bookmas. So this is a possibility. It is dark academia that takes place at a university. And the only other book that I've read similar to this is Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. And I liked that book, but I didn't love it. I remember everything that happened. And that's kind of why this book intimidates me, because for some reason I associate those 2 books. And that, what is going on? And that's why this book kind of intimidates me, because when I think of this book, I kind of compare it to Ninth House, even though they probably have nothing to do with each other, just the same dark setting. We could also do The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. This is a short read, but I've heard so many mixed reviews about it, and classics do intimidate me. I'll be the one to say it. I'm scared of classics. I think I'm only scared of classics because I remember reading some of them in high school and college, and some of them I loved and others I couldn't stand. And that was a time when we associated reading with school and homework, and I don't want to read because it's for school. But now that I actually enjoy reading, and maybe I need to reframe the way I think of classics, and maybe this will change my mind. I actually want to pick The Secret History by Donna Tartt, but for the sake of a video I'm filming before Bookmas, I think I'm going to pick The Bell Jar. And we can pick this one for a different prompt. This is what The Bell Jar says. Working as an intern for a New York fashion magazine in the summer of 1953, Esther Greenwood is on the brink of her future. Yet she's also on the edge of a darkness that makes her world increasingly unreal. Esther's vision of the world shimmers and shifts, day to day living in the sultry city, her crazed men friends, the hot dinner dances, ... The Bell Jar, Sylvia Plath's only novel, is partially based on Plath's own life. It has been celebrated for its darkly funny and razor-sharp portrait of 1950s society and has sold millions of copies worldwide. Let's add it to the list. How has it been 9 minutes and I've only picked 1 book? I'm definitely running out of storage on my camera. Prompt 2. Read a popular book talk book you never read. Wow, I could do so many books. I have a book out from the library right now that is perfect for this prompt. Guys, I never read the trilogy by Stephanie Garber, Once Upon a Broken Heart. Is that the name of the trilogy? I don't know. I never read those books, and I was going to, but then I saw the people that were recommending them, and I knew I didn't have the same taste as those people. I never read these books because I thought I wouldn't like them. I'm still gonna give them a chance, especially because I have the book for free on the Libby app right now. The first one is called Once Upon a Broken Heart. And the only thing that's kind of holding me back is because it's a YA fantasy. And I don't think I want a YA fantasy, but I want to see if I'm missing out on the series, and maybe I was wrong. I just hope it's not like the Powerless series, because I read the first book in that series and I almost DNF'd it. It was so boring. Sorry. But yeah, I'm gonna read it. This is what the book says. For as long as she can remember, Evangeline Fox has believed in true love and happy endings until she learns that the love of her life will marry another. Desperate to stop the wedding and to heal her wounded heart, Evangeline strikes a deal with the charismatic but wicked Prince of Hearts. Is this Jax? Is that his name? I always hear about this man. In exchange for his help, he asks for 3 kisses to be given at the time and place of his choosing. But after Evangeline's first promised kiss, she learns that bargaining with an immortal is a dangerous game, and that the Prince of Hearts wants far more from her than she pledged. He has plans for Evangeline, plans that will either end in the greatest happily ever after or the most exquisite tragedy. Okay, that actually sounds good. I don't think I've ever read the full summary for that book. Now, you can read the Caraval, who knows, trilogy before this one. It is a prequel, but you don't have to. And I'm not going to do that because I don't think I care. And I hear mixed reviews about that series. Also, is this a love triangle? Can you tell I know nothing about this series? Here we go. Let's pick prompt number 3. This one literally says, a book you need to read for a Bookmas video. Perfect. I might have stacked the deck a little bit when coming up with these prompts this month, but this is my channel. Okay, so right away I'm thinking of adding The Secret History to the list, or I could add Bride, because Bride is a 2-for-1 deal. We are reading that for a book club I'm a part of here in Amsterdam, and it also counts for a Bookmas video I'm filming. And I already read Bride. I think I'm going to pick Bride by Ali Hazelwood, because I forgot I borrowed that from Hoopla, which is another library app, and I can read that on my phone. My fortune came true. I ran out of storage, so sorry for the angle change. I'm adding Bride to my TBR. I love Ali Hazelwood. She is one of my favorite authors. She's up there. It's Emily Henry and Ali Hazelwood. They're at the top. However, I did not love Bride when I read it the first time, and so that's why I'm excited to read it again for this book club and read it again with other people, because maybe I'll see from their eyes why this book is amazing, because honestly I'm one of the only people I know that didn't love Bride. If you don't know what Bride's about, it is a paranormal romance between a vampire and a werewolf. So if you know me, you would think I would love that, right? I love Twilight. Twilight is my favorite series of all time, but it just didn't hit for me when I read this, and I don't know if it was because I read it at the wrong time or I was reading it too fast and not enjoying it. It's my least favorite book by Ali Hazelwood, definitely. I think the main characters are Misery and Lo, and basically it's a marriage of convenience. Misery is the vampire, and she has to marry Lo because of this like contract that has been broken, and they need to bring the 2 paranormal families back together somehow. This could all be a lie. That's what I remember about it being. I just remember feeling like there was no buildup for the relationship between Misery and Lo, and that I didn't really believe their relationship or their love for each other. And yeah, that could be the case because it's literally a marriage of convenience. They were enemies at first. So hopefully I don't hate it the second time. I didn't hate it, I'm being dramatic. I still gave it 3 stars, but that is really low for an Ali Hazelwood book to me. I've rated almost all of her other books 5 stars. Prompt 4. A book you have downloaded on your Kindle right now. The library books I have downloaded are If It Makes You Happy and The Best Worst Thing, which I'm already reading The Best Worst Thing, so I'm not going to do that one, but I am loving it so far. I also have Stillhouse Lake downloaded by Rachel Kane. This is a thriller, and honestly, I might do that one. I've heard great things about it. The reason I have this one downloaded on my Kindle is because I was just scrolling on TikTok one day and a BookTok video came up where this girl was recommending this thriller series and how she read the first book in one sitting, went to download the second book immediately. And I don't read a lot of thriller series, so I was intrigued by that. I also have Direbound downloaded, Fall I Want, Wuthering Heights, One Dark Window. No, I think I'm gonna do Stillhouse Lake. That sounds good to me. Well, let me read you the summary. Gina Royal is the definition of average, a shy Midwestern housewife with a happy marriage and 2 adorable children. But when a car accident reveals her husband's secret life as a serial killer, she must remake herself as Gwen Proctor, the ultimate warrior mom. With her ex now in prison, Gwen has finally found refuge in a new home on remote Stillhouse Lake. Though still the target of stalkers and internet trolls who think she had something to do with her husband's crimes, Gwen dares to think her kids can finally grow up in peace. But just when she's starting to feel at ease in her new identity, a body turns up in the lake and threatening letters start arriving from an all too familiar address. Gwen Proctor must keep friends close and enemies at bay to avoid being exposed, or watch her kids fall victim to a killer who takes pleasure in tormenting her. One thing is, she's never learned how to fight evil, and she'll never stop. Prompt number 5. This one says a book someone bought you. I have quite a few options for this prompt because everyone in my life knows me. And they know that a book is the perfect gift to give me. So my sister-in-law Katie gave me these 2 books at the same time forever ago. The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna and The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. Don't want to read The Cruel Prince right now because I'm already signing myself up for another YA fantasy, but just thought I would mention that. And then Sam surprised me with this book a few months ago, maybe a year ago at this point, I don't know, but it's Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I'm between these 2 books. And I say I'm going to read this book every month and I never do. And it does apply to a Bookmas video, but this one also does. I'm going to go with Six of Crows. And I am really nervous about this one just because I've heard so many great things about it and everyone loves it. And I just don't want to be the one person that is a hater, because I don't like being a hater. As much as it may seem like I do love being a hater, nobody wants to talk bad about anyone's favorite book, but reading is subjective, so whatever. I'm nervous because I also DNF'd the Shadow and Bone trilogy, which is the series that you should read before this one if you want to. You don't have to, but I read the first Shadow and Bone and I enjoyed it, and then the second book was boring. So hopefully I don't feel that way about this book, because I guess the worlds overlap. They're in the same universe, different worlds. I don't know how anything works. And I know this is also a TV series, and I watched some of the TV series before I realized it had Six of Crow spoilers in it, because they did something weird when they made that TV show. They put the 2 different book series into one TV show, and I did not know that. So maybe I already have this book spoiled. Who knows? I stopped watching the TV show as well because I also thought that was boring. Me, I don't want to be a hater. Also me. Boring. Okay, adding this to the list. All I know about this book is that there is a big heist and an amazing found family aspect in this book. Here's the summary. Criminal prodigy Kaz Breaker has been offered a chance at a deadly heist to break into the Ice Court, a military stronghold that has never been breached, and retrieve a hostage whose knowledge could change Grisha magic forever. I know that this universe is called the Grishaverse, but I don't know if it's Grishaverse or Grishaverse. Whatever way I say it, it's probably going to be wrong. To succeed would mean riches beyond Kaz's wildest dreams, but he can't pull it off alone. A convict with a thirst for revenge, a sharpshooter who can't walk away from a wager, a runaway with a privileged past, a spy known as the Wraith, a heartrender using her magic to survive the slums, a thief with a gift for unlikely escapes, 6 dangerous outcasts, 1 impossible heist. Together they might just be unstoppable if they don't kill each other first. Book 1 of the Six of Crows duology, because there is a second one and it's called Crooked Kingdom. What do we think? Am I going to like it? Probably not, just being honest. But we're gonna give it a chance, okay? I'm giving it a fair shot, and if I like it, I will admit that I was wrong. Let's pick 2 more prompts. This one says a book by an author you've never read before. Okay, 2 of the books I have out from the library right now could work for this one. I know I said I was already reading The Best Worst Thing by Lauren Oakey, but I mean, I guess it's technically November and I haven't finished it, so I could pick that one because I know I'll finish it. I'm 20% into it, and I'm not even kidding you, it's going to be a 5-star read. There's no way it's not going to be a 5-star read. I also could pick If It Makes You Happy by Julie Olivia, because I've heard nothing but amazing things about this rom-com. It feels like Stars Hollow. Everybody's comparing it to Gilmore Girls and Luke and Lorelai's relationship. I think I can finish both of those books. So I'm going to pick If It Makes You Happy by Julie Olivia. This is what the summary says. My new next door neighbor seems to have everything figured out. Small town golden boy? Check. Single dad extraordinaire? Check. Hot baker forearms? I didn't notice them, I swear. I, on the other hand, don't at all have anything figured out. Trust me, I didn't think taking over my mom's dream bed and breakfast in Copper Run, Vermont was going to be easy. It should be a good place to heal after my divorce, but apparently my scones belong in the garbage with my small talk skills. Why is this funny already? As pointed out by none other than Cliff. Cliff is inescapable. He knows exactly what people need, always. His charm, the way he wears flannel, and even his pastries make not wanting to be friends with Cliff and his daughters pretty hard. Friends? I can make friends. That's safe. Except I'm leaving in 3 months to pass the inn off to my little sister and get the promotion in Seattle I've been working towards. Girl, I don't think you're going to Seattle. So ask me why I'm thinking about kissing my hot neighbor. Why was that book description so funny? That was the one on Goodreads, but I bet you that is not on the back of the book. It has a 4.21 on Goodreads. And the cover? Adorable. Okay, let's pick one more for this very long TBR video. Yep, this one says Twilight reread. I have not reread Twilight in over a decade. I don't even know what age I read Twilight for the first time, but I do know that I read it. And I never reread them because whenever I want a Twilight fix, I just watch the movies. So I watch the movies once a month, but I want to reread them and see what I think of them now. Obviously, it's gonna be a 5-star series for me no matter what, just based on nostalgia. But I will be honest with my reread, and I'll let you know my thoughts on it and my new rating, even if it always is going to be 5 stars in my heart. I love these covers so much. So let's add Twilight to the list, and that is perfect because I would love to film a reading vlog of me reading the whole series for Bookmas. So stay tuned for that. Oh, I just love Edward and Bella so much. About 3 things I was absolutely positive. First, Edward was a vampire. Second, there was a part of him, and I didn't know how dominant that part might be, that thirsted for my blood. And third, I was unconditionally and irrevocably in love with him. Shut up. If you hate Twilight, there's the door. Leave. Okay, let's go over the 7 books I will be reading in November. And guys, there's a high chance that I actually read all of these books. I'm sure I say that every month, but this month it's happening. In November, I will be reading The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath, Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. I will be rereading Bride by Allie Hazelwood, Stillhouse Lake by Rachel Kane, If It Makes You Happy by Julie Olivia, 6 of Crows by Lee Bardugo, and Twilight by Stephanie Meyer. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you know what to do. Comment down below. Tell me you watch my YouTube videos because I'm convinced that no one is anymore. Give it a big thumbs up, and if you're new here, subscribe because I would love it if you stuck around. I post new bookish videos every week, and I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to stick around for Bookmas. Bye.